Hi all, in this video we will discuss another method for solving a linear system known as Gauss-Jordan elimination method. Okay, so for solving linear systems we already discussed a method in the last class. It was Gauss elimination method. Okay, so today we are going to discuss Gauss-Jordan elimination method. Okay, so in Gauss elimination method, first we will write augmented matrix of the given system, then reduce the augmented matrix to row echelon form, and then finding the values of variables using back substitution. Okay, but in Gauss-Jordan elimination method, first we write augmented matrix of the given system. Okay, then reduce the augmented matrix to reduced row echelon form. Okay, then finding the values of variables using back substitution. This is the steps of Gauss-Jordan elimination methods. Okay, so this method is based on reduced row echelon form, this one. Okay, so what is reduced echelon form? We already discussed it earlier. Reduced echelon form is row echelon form plus additional this condition. That is, in row reduced echelon form, first we convert our augmented matrix into row echelon form. Okay, plus additional this condition. Okay, that means in row reduced echelon form we have the first non-zero entry in a non-zero row is 1. Then in consecutive non-zero rows, the first entry 1 in the lower row appears to the right of the 1 in the higher row. Third, rows consisting of all zeros are at the bottom of the matrix. Okay, so these three conditions are for row echelon form. Okay, plus the additional condition, fourth one, a column containing a first entry 1 has zeros everywhere else. Okay, so this is the reduced row echelon form. We already discussed this earlier. So our new method is based on this form, reduced row echelon form. Okay, so let's consider an example. Solve the given linear system using Gauss-Jordan elimination method. 2x1 plus 6x2 plus x3 equal to 7, x1 plus 2x2 minus x3 equal to minus 1, 5x1 plus 7x2 minus 4x3 equal to 9. We solved this system by using Gauss elimination method in the previous lecture. Okay, so here also we consider the same system. So for solving this system by Gauss elimination method, first we write the augmented matrix of the system. Okay, then reduce the augmented matrix to reduced row echelon form, and finally finding the values of variables using back substitution. Okay, so this is our step. So this is our system. 2x1 plus 6x2 plus x3 equal to 7, x1 plus 2x2 minus x3 equal to minus 1, 5x1 plus 7x2 minus 4x3 equal to 9. First we want to convert this system into its augmented matrix form. Here these are the coefficients of this system, that is 2, 6, 1, 1, 2, minus 1, 5, 7, minus 4. Okay, and these are the constants, 7, minus 1, 9. Okay, now we will convert this system into its augmented form, augmented matrix form. Okay, so this is the augmented matrix of this system: 2, 6, 1, 7, 1, 2, minus 1, minus 1, 5, 7, minus 4, 9. Okay, so this is the first step of our Gauss-Jordan elimination method. Okay, write augmented matrix of the given system. This is our augmented matrix. Okay, now we want to reduce this augmented matrix into its reduced row echelon form. Okay, reduced row echelon form means row echelon form plus this condition, a column containing a first entry, one has zeros everywhere else. Okay, so what is row echelon form? This is the row echelon form, that is the first non-zero entry in a non-zero row is 1. In consecutive non-zero rows, the first entry 1 in the lower rows appears to the right of the one in the higher row. Okay, and last, rows consisting of all zeros are at the bottom of the matrix. Okay, so already we reduced our system into row echelon form in the last class. Okay, so here we are not writing the row operations separately. So this is our augmented matrix. Okay, so here first we will interchange first and second rows. Okay, then we will get this matrix 1 2 minus 1 minus 1 2 6 1 7 5 7 minus 14 9, interchanging first and second row. Here I am not writing the row operations because we already done in the previous class. Okay, now here the first non-zero entry is 1. Okay, the first non-zero entry in first row is 1. Okay, now the first non-zero entry in second row is 2 and third row is 5. Okay, but we want to make it 1, but the problem is in consecutive non-zero rows. Okay, the first entry 1 in the lower row appears to the right of the 1. Okay, that means we want to make it 1, so this one should be right of this one. Okay, so we want to convert this 2 to 0 and this 5 to 0 by using row operations. Okay, then we will get this matrix 1 0 0 2 2 minus, here the columns 1 0 0. Here we convert this matrix by doing some elementary operations on second row and third row, then we will get this matrix. Okay, so for elementary operations please refer the previous class. Okay, now here the first non-zero entry is 1. Okay, in second row the first non-zero entry is 2, so we want to change this 2 into 1 by doing elementary operation. Okay, then we will get 1 2 minus 1 minus 1 0 1 3 by 2 9 by 2 0 minus 3 1 9. Okay, so here first non-zero entry is 1. Okay, in second row first non-zero entry is 1. Okay, it is the right of the this previous one. Okay, right side of this one, so we have this. Okay, and now in third row the first non-zero entry is minus 3. Okay, so we want to convert this minus 3 into 0 because in third row we want the first non-zero entry is 1, that one should be right of this one. Okay, so we will convert this minus 3 into 0, so we will get this one 1 2 minus 1 minus 1 0 1 3 by 2 9 by 2 0 0 11 by 2 55 by 2. Okay, now first non-zero entry in first row is 1, in second row the first non-zero entry is 1, and third row the first non-zero entry is 11 by 2. Okay, so we want to convert this 11 by 2 into 1, so we'll get 1 2 minus 1 minus 1 0 1 3 by 2 9 by 2 0 0 1 5. Okay, so here in first row we have 1 as non-zero entry, first non-zero entry. In second row first non-zero entry is 1, this is the right side of the this one. Okay, in last row 0 0 1, this is the first non-zero entry, so this is the right of both of these 1. Okay, so in consecutive non-zero rows, the first entry 1 in the lower row appears to the right of the one in the higher row. So all the 3 conditions are satisfied. That means the third condition is rows consisting of all zeros are at the bottom of the matrix. Here there is no zero rows, only non-zero rows. Okay, if 0 rows exist, then it should be the bottom of this matrix. Okay, so we will get row echelon form of our matrix, that is this one. Now we want to convert this matrix into reduced row echelon form. For this we want to add this condition also, a column containing a first entry 1 has zeros everywhere else. That means this is our 1, so zeros everywhere else. That means already here 0, both these entries are 0. Now here the second column, here is the 1, so we want to make it this 2 as 0. Okay, because a column containing a first entry 1 has zeros everywhere else. Okay, so we want to convert this 2 into 0. Okay, by doing this elementary operation, we will get this matrix 1 0 minus 4 minus 10, 0 1 3 by 2 9 by 2, 0 0 1 5. Okay, here the first non-zero entry is 1. Okay, so this column containing this entry 1 has zeros everywhere else, so this 0 and 0. In second we have 1 here and 0 0, but in third here we have 1, but here 3 by 2 and minus 4. So we want to convert this minus 4 to 0 and this 3 by 2 to 0 by using this elementary operation. Okay, here we replace R1 by 4R3 plus R1 and R2 by minus 3 by 2 R3 plus R2. Okay, that is, here we multiply R3 by 4, okay, and add with row 1. Okay, but in second row we multiply R3 by minus 3 by 2 and add with R2. Okay, then we will get this matrix 1 0 0 10 0 1 0 minus 3 0 0 1 5. Okay, so this is the reduced row echelon form of our augmented matrix. Okay, so in this matrix each non-zero entry in a non-zero row is 1. Okay, and is to the right of the leading non-zero entry in the preceding row. Okay, here there are no zero rows. If it exists, then it should be bottom of this matrix. Okay, and finally each leading one is the only non-zero entry in its column. Okay, so we have satisfied all the 4 conditions of our row reduced echelon form. Okay, so in Gauss-Jordan elimination method we have these 3 steps. First we write augmented matrix of the given system, already done. Then we reduced the augmented matrix into its reduced row echelon form. Now the third step is finding the values of variables using back substitution. Here you can notice that if our augmented matrix is in reduced row echelon form, then there is no need of back substitution. Okay, in Gauss elimination method we convert our augmented matrix into row echelon form, then we use this step, that is we find the values of variables using back substitution. Okay, but in Gauss-Jordan elimination method, our final matrix is in the form of reduced row echelon form. So you can notice that there is no need of back substitution. So in our last step, this is the reduced row echelon form of our augmented matrix. Okay, now we will convert this matrix into its linear system form. Okay, so this is the linear system of this augmented matrix. Here the coefficients of x2 and x3 are 0. Okay, here so this is the first row. That means in our system this is the first equation. So in second equation, coefficients of x1 and x3 are 0. Okay, so this is our second equation, and similarly third equation. Okay, so what is this? This is actually this one, x1 equal to 10, x2 equal to minus 3, x3 equal to 5. Okay, so you can notice that there is no need of back substitution. We can directly get the values of variables from this form. That is the linear system form of this reduced row echelon matrix. Okay, so these are the values of variables: x1 equal to 10, x2 equal to minus 3, and x3 equal to 5. Okay, so this is the solution of our system. Okay.